was the 23rd of October 1945, and the war situation in the world has just gotten complicated. So, as a very quick recap, the Fourth Army has been trying to invade Iceland, and while the troops have been set up for invasion, the political sign-off has been missing. So the North Atlantic Command, NACOM, has unfortunately made a bit of a clerical error, and an inexperienced commander has signed off the declaration of war against Iceland. Now, the problem here is obviously that Iceland is, while it is a democratic country, is also a member of the Axis. This has led to the situation to complicate itself rather quickly, because right now we're fighting the German-British War, which means that Japan and the German Reich are at war with the United Kingdom. At the same time, we are fighting the Japanese-Italian War, where Japan is at war with Italy, legionary Bulgaria, and Vichy France, which means that very soon we're also going to be at war with Germany. So things are about to get interesting. Now, the Italians have a foothold around Norwich and have actually taken London by the looks of it. So the Brits are under attack, and we will take Iceland, and then very quickly move on towards Scotland and invade here from the north. Meanwhile, we have, we hopefully have sufficient amount of troops along the border to deal with the Germans. I am not too concerned about the north here, because they just don't have any supply. The bigger concern here is that we have literally just reorganized our army, Soviet style, and we also need to stop whoever is exercising here. Yeah, stop that. We have literally just reorganized our army, Soviet style, which is not a good thing if you are about to get into a fight. So we see that a lot of these divisions are waiting for mechanized infantry. So we have a bit of a shortfall on mechanized, which is probably the very first thing we're going to be addressing. Oh, by the way, the responsible diplomat has been transferred around about here-ish. I heard there's a very important treaty with some polar bears to be had, some reindeer. So that's the thing. Where was I? Yes. So logistics. We are a little short on mechanized equipment, and we are also very short on tanks, which is a bit of a problem because we're just about to face off against the Germans, which means probably, at least on this front, we are going to be on the defensive for now. We'll see how many divisions they will actually throw at us, and I am not 100% certain if we can hold this. We do have, can we actually see them? Yes, we do have a fort line constructed, so there's definitely some defensive capability here, and that should take it a little bit out of them. But production-wise, is there anything we can do about the mechanized equipment? Yes, we can, potentially. We don't have an awful lot, but we can reduce the production cost. But we do have to do something about the reliability. So that's about as much as we can do. That takes a bit of the edge off the production cost. That's the type B. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to lose my production efficiency as well, which we have to check. Is at 50%. So I think I'm not going to do that. Instead, I might just pull some. I might pull some factories off elsewhere. We are building a lot of these jet fighters, so that is potentially sufficient. We still have a lot of tactical bombers to sort out. These are just kind of small fry here. We are building transport planes, which I think I may not be using that as much. So we'll leave it there. I think we've got sufficient amount of trucks that I can actually pull these down a little bit. And does that free up some factories? We actually still need more infantry equipment. I mean, we've got older infantry equipment, but I think we have sufficient support equipment that we can pull that down a little bit. We also have sufficient amount of artillery. We don't need to produce that many. We've got a massive stockpile of that stuff. So we're gonna reduce that somewhat. And we are also pretty good on anti-air. So let's pull that back to 20 factories. And that tanks are gonna need more. And we are producing the self-propelled artillery, but it looks like we have sufficient amounts of that. So I think we can pull back on that as well towards tank production and towards a line of mechanized equipment. Yeah, half trucks is what we're a bit short of. Okay, so we are also very short on steel. Why are we short on steel? Have I changed our laws to? No, we need to change to closed economy. So once we're at 180, once we're across that, then we are going to be. We don't want to change the conscription laws. We've got sufficient manpower, but we do want to change to closed economy, so we stop exporting stuff. And that should hopefully somewhat sort out our steel deficiency, because it's not that we can buy it from anybody. It's not, I mean, the Germans aren't going to trade with us, and neither are the Swedes, and there's not an awful lot left otherwise. So we're somewhat short on steel. Okay, that said, we do need to get the Air Force up in the air. So we should have, the tactical bombers have range up the wazoo, and everything else should have range to deal with these regions here. So unfortunately, I can't really see the air regions as well. Okay, that's an air region. So given that we're going defensive, I might actually focus on these on the southern region, and focus these on the Urals region. They also need their missions, actually. Air superiority and ground support, close air support are the missions of the day. Tactical bomber wings. We can get. We've upgraded this airbase here, so we can get a bunch of jet fighters up if I can find them. That is. So tactical bombers. We've got large stockpiles of reserves. I'm going to leave them as reserves, to be honest. But I am thinking of finding these jet fighters. I think I did say that I was going to clean this up between episodes, and then I forgot. So I will try to remember that next time. This is all cast. Where are the jet fighters? I thought I had a stockpile of these things. Fighter 2s, Hurricanes, Gladiators. Okay, hang on. I'll clean this up. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Okay, so now we should have gotten rid at least of the foreign fighter equipment. And where are these fighters that I allegedly have in? I need to do the same with the other ones, but that I allegedly have in storage. Naval bombers, close air support. I don't see them. Oh, there they are. Okay. So let's get duplicate until we're running out. We've got space, so okay. Interestingly enough, these don't seem to be replacing the other wings, so that's fascinating. But regardless, we get these up into training for now while they're deploying, and in the meantime, these can handle the northern region, and these are also training. So yeah, we've got a bunch of air wings training here. Okay. In the Middle East, we are actually fighting the Italians in the Middle East. So we've got a bunch of, what have we got? Fighter wings and tactical bomber wings. So get on the missions. We actually might move them a little bit closer. Yeah, move them over here. We might consolidate our air wings over here in the south. These are fighter wings. just to make sure that they have actually range. And we get these wings. We might get these wings. Yeah, I think we can handle the. Can we handle this flank? No, we do need some planes in the air to handle this flank. So let's move some more over there, and leave these here actually. So we're gonna get air superiority over the Caucasus region for now, and we are moving these over, and that's close air support. And more close air support, so they can do close air support over the Caucasus region as well. And then we've got a bunch of fighters and tactical bombers. They can be on the Asia Minor air zone and also do what they do. And the same here, Asia Minor air zone, and they got their missions. Okay, we do have a bunch of naval bombers here. They can actually move to Alexandria and then do naval strikes in the Mediterranean. Sorry, this is going to be a lot of organizational things here. So we're going to hit the Mediterranean pretty hard from the air here, and these fighter wings probably just air superiority over the Mediterranean as well. I don't need these wings here. So what do we have? We've got 6 TAC bomber wings. We can move them here for now. Got a couple more fighter wings. They can move to Alexandria and also do air superiority over the Mediterranean. We don't know yet if and where the Italians are actually going to start hitting us. It's another fighter wing. Send them to Sinai and also have air superiority here. Well, we'll redirect if needed. And deal with things. We've got a couple of reserves here. There's a bunch more fighter and TAC bomber wings. I might send them here, to be honest, and assign these to the Caucasus region as well, just in case we're getting into trouble. We've got a couple more rear wings here. These are scout planes. So we're gonna need having a couple of scout wings is probably not a terrible idea. So let's get these to do recon over the areas that we'll be fighting in. And we get another wing up north here and do the same in Transvolga. And we get the third wing probably more geared towards, let's get these to do some air recon over this region. Okay. We've got 2 more fighter and 2 more TAC wings. We keep those in reserve for now. In case we need to... Oh, we've got more here. These can air superiority over Trans-Urals, and these wings can do... there is a scout wing up here, so they can do air recon over Arctic Russia. And the rest of the wings can focus on, yeah, it's the Arctic Russian air zone. So we're going to be doing a superiority over that, I suppose. We do have a bunch of fighter wings that are untrained, unfortunately. So let's get these actually into training. We'll see how many we need. Okay, that's the air and the Russian front more or less sorted out. And in the Middle Eastern front potentially as well. We do have, what do we have sitting here? We do have some naval bombers and scout planes sitting here. I'm not sure why. We're going to send those over probably here and keep an eye on these 2 naval strikes over the Red Sea just in case something comes across. Okay, we also have some air wings that were dealing with the Indian insurrection, so we've got some more fighter wings over here that we can send. Let's send them over there and do Asia Minor as well. And we do have another 4 fighter wings. Let's send these over to the Middle East for now, and have them on standby. Just in case we need them. Okay, do we have anything else in the area that needs dealing with? We've got a couple more wings that at home that are trained. Tactical bomber wings, fighter wings, and naval bombers. We'll leave the naval bombers probably, but these wings we'll send them towards the reserve air bases, in Central Asia, just in case we need to fall back and we need some air support. Actually, hold that thought. No, we've got air wings in South America. Okay, so we're still dealing with Argentina, but the obvious problem is okay, we need to, can you guys please take Argentina? That should not be that hard. So that should be sufficient amount of troops, which means that I can take the rest of them. And I only want... Okay, hang on. So this would be the third army. We're gonna take everything that's not currently attacking here. Actually, I think we're gonna take the whole third. We're gonna take the whole third, and we are going to... okay, we're gonna be at war with everyone here. We have Germans, Venezuelans, and we've got Peru to sort out. Okay, we'll get the third army to... This is actually... I might actually need more troops. We'll find out. For now, we give them the front line here. They might not call them for now. Let's see. We'll give them a front line here and see if we can push the Germans out. So we'll get these 24 divisions on that front line and see if we can just push the Germans out from here. We will get the... where are they? We'll get the 7th. And we're going to just delete that front line here. And the 7th can sort out Argentina. Okay, and yes, so everything from the 7th, please attack, no, please attack here and then get over to Buenos Aires. Okay, that should sort out Argentina, and once they are done, I might actually take, this should be sufficient, I think. Yeah, we're gonna take some of the troops already. These, okay, that should do it. And we're gonna get them on a front line around here because they, and that's 13 divisions. They are gonna need to deal with the troops here. This is all very unfortunate because I don't know if we have sufficient troops in the area. Dominican Republic. We don't have troops in the area to deal with the Dominican Republic, so we might need. We have several armies stationed here. So let's see. The grand plan is still for the 4th to make a landing in the UK, and for the rest to hold along the Soviet line. We're not going to get aggressive yet. I will divert one army towards South America. Who is most qualified for that? Who do we have here? We've got the 8th, the 11th. We've got the Homeland Defense. We can use the Homeland Defense troops, honestly. They should be sufficient. They're not super... I think the Homeland Defense army is... Yeah, that's mostly defensive infantry. So they're not super heavy on the equipment demands. So we're going to get the Homeland Defense and set up their front line here. That'll take a while to get there, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, well, we're holding the port here, but we are going to have to deal with the Dominican Republic because they are in the Axis. So that is going to be an issue. What are these troops? Oh, this is some random... What is this? Oh, this is like another group of small sort of divisions that I haven't really had any use for. We may as well... Where are they all stationed? We may as well use these guys to deal with... I mean, it's 26, so let's kind of select half of them. But I do want these, so definitely these included. There's a couple more sitting around pretty uselessly in the area, so let's get these involved. These These are port guard troops, so they are definitely not particularly great in fighting. But we're going to give them a front line here, 15 divisions, and see if they can deal with the Dominican Republic. Okay, which means that we're going to have to take 2 troops out of that and give these guys at least a general. Who do I still have? Not have an awful lot left here in terms of generals. So he's cautious. He's a samurai and he's an old guard. Yeah, he'll do. So this is going to be, they're not going to be under a field marshal because I ran out of field marshals and I don't want to start another army group. So he's just going to be, where were we? This is going to be the 14th Army. 14th Army. And they can just make themselves useful. All right, these guys I'll just leave there for now. Okay, what else? So that'll send 1 army south. I might need do I need a 2nd army south to deal with Peru? That is the interesting question. How many divisions does Peru have? What do we know about Peru? Infantry. They do have a decent amount of divisions. We might need another army south in Peru. Okay, so out of that bunch, who else do I have? We could, we've sent the Homeland Defense. We could send the 11th as well. I think that may not be a terrible, how do I select that? No, I don't want to change. Okay, I don't have to do it down here. 11th is about here-ish. Why are they executing orders? They shouldn't have any orders to execute. These are troops from the 11th that are. These are troops from the 11th. Okay, so the 11th is part of the invasion. So we're not gonna take the 11th out. I don't know if I want to send the 8th down because this is terrible territory for the 8th. We're already sending the 14th and the Homeland Defense. I was more thinking of getting the 8th. The 8th is supposed to head over here as well. Let's see if we can handle it. If we take some losses, it's not the end of the world. What is this bit here? That's a bit of Argentina. Oh God, I have to send somebody down there and capture it, don't I? Well, they should be capitulating soon, so that should be okay. Okay, so we might lose some territory in Central and South America, but this is a secondary front. And we will see how this ends up going. Okay, Middle East. I mean, I was planning to just hold here. I don't know if I want to attack here. I only have 4 divisions here, and they're not great. Where are the supply lines here? Okay, so we have decent supply lines here, and we could give. What is this? This is the 9th Army. We could give them a. We could push toward this. Push south here into Italian territory, but honestly, maybe we'll just take their supply line here, and. Yeah, you get going. Okay. I don't know if the Italians have any troops in the area. We might be able to just sweep through there, but I'd rather not completely abandon the region. This is Vichy. So this actually. Oh, we've got the 10th Army here. Haha. We've got the 10th here. Okay, 10th. New mission. Your first order of business. 10th Army, please wipe out this bit of Vichy France. There shouldn't be an awful lot here. Actually, I don't think I'll need the whole of the 10th Army here, so just these divisions. Okay, let's delete that line. Let's just get these divisions. These are defensive divisions, so maybe one more. And please, you people, please capture Beirut. Okay, so that's a thing. The rest of the 10th that hasn't been assigned, so these troops, and these troops. I am going to assign you. We already have one army pushing through here, but I would love to have a second force to go through the Balkans because there might be some resistance here. So I'm going to give you a front line along here. Okay, that is 16 divisions of the 10th, and I would like you to push towards Sofia. So we get these into the game. We are battling. Who are we battling right now? We're battling Romanians by the looks of it. And yeah, these divisions are not particularly powerful on our side, but it looks like we'll be able to dislodge them regardless. Okay, these divisions here are just holding for now. We do have, I believe, how many do we have? We've got, I think, 2 armies, at least 2 armies, maybe 3 even in the region. How many do we have? We've got the 6th and we've got the 13th here in the region, so that should be okay, and these should be able to hold by themselves over there in the area. Okay, I believe that is most of the forces here sorted. We still have some reserves here, so we do need to delete the fallback lines here that do not. I'm going to delete all those fallback lines for now. And we do have some troops in reserve here that are planned for the naval invasion of Europe, because we do want to open a second front and we want to take Germany from 2 sides. So actually, who is no, Spain is nobody. Spain isn't at war with anybody, so we might be just invading France, but first we'll have to take the United Kingdom. That's what the 4th is busy with. And these divisions, we've got these 2 divisions. The rest of them is going to move towards Reykjavik. Actually, can we from here over? We should have naval supremacy in the area. This should not be a problem. Can we get a naval invasion going from here straight into Scotland? I believe we can. So where's a port here? We could take Scapa Flow and then just take it from there. Yeah, get these divisions sorted into a... are they assigned? I believe they are, yes. So we're going to get these 6 divisions onto the attack in Scapa Flow. As soon as you're ready, go. And we may as well use these divisions for a naval invasion from here and take the Faroe Islands. That should give them something to do. And yeah, everybody execute as soon as you are ready. Okay, next up, the Navy. We are going to need to reorganize that a little bit, because all right, first starters first. We've got the Second Fleet, reasonably busy, reasonably well organized here. But somebody mentioned that. Thank you. I need to actually set them on patrol, otherwise they're not doing anything. We're going to add the Iberian coast, and I am tempted to add the western approaches as well. Yeah, we'll add the western approaches as well. Okay, and then that should be sufficient to 9 regions. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, much more importantly, the submarine fleet. So, 6th Fleet. 6th Fleet needs to go on convoy raiding. So, 6th Fleet's going to be busy. And 6th Fleet in the southern theater do the same thing. Just make sure that there's nothing coming through in terms of their colonies. We want to choke them off here. Now, what we do need to reorganize is Yamamoto, because Yamamoto is currently in the South Atlantic theater. And I am very tempted to bring Carrier Group 3 into the Mediterranean. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to add the Mediterranean here. What do the Italians have navy-wise? Let's have a quick look. What do we know about the Italian naval disposition? They do have destroyers, they do have 2 heavy cruisers, bunch of light cruisers, and they don't have a navy. Okay, so that should not be a problem for... I was under the impression that they would have more of a navy, honestly. So in that case, Carrier Group 3 from Rio is going to relocate to Alexandria. And we can't get through here, obviously, because the Spanish have closed the Strait of Gibraltar, so we need to go the long way around, which is a little unfortunate. But we'll move them into the Mediterranean because we are controlling the Suez, so this should not be an issue. So they can take care of anything there, and we are actually going to move Carrier Group 1 much closer to the north. We're going to move, that's the south line, sorry, Carrier Group 2. Where are they currently? Oh, they are already in Greenland. Yeah, okay, so that's good. So Carrier Group 1 is going to take care of the South Atlantic in case anything breaks out here. And Carrier Group 2 is covering this area, nice. And Carrier Group 3 is going to cover the Mediterranean. Okay, so we've got that sorted. All submarines are on missions now. Yes, they are. Okay, next up, spies. What are my operatives currently busy with? We are preparing a collaboration government. That is a little unfortunate. Where is she currently? In Italy. That is not a bad place to be. Okay, so she's going to start building an intel network in Italy. We've got a couple of decisions. No, we don't need no war propaganda. Anything else that we need? We can get more resources. Yes, please. More resources is always good. Oh, that was a mistake. I wanted to change the trade law. Okay, bollocks. Sorry, I messed that up. Anyway, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer for political power. Okay, cool. So this is going to be slow going. So because this is going to be the grand final of the war. It's going to be focused around South America. We have to secure South America. We have to, and Europe is going to be the biggest battleground here. So I think for now we will focus on the troops here and see what kind of headway we can actually make before the Italians are going to. And we're going to do this by hand, I believe. Because I want to. Let's get out. Can I get out of the way? Oh, I've got too many army groups. That's why I've got too many armies. I don't really need this one. Yes. Okay. Because that's getting in my way. All right. Let's get everybody moving and see that we can at least make our way towards the. These are already moving. Let's see if we can cut some divisions off here since we're at it. This is the second, and they are on aggressive. Yes. Okay. So yes, please move. Please move. Everybody go, and we will see. We will see what kind of progress we can make. What's the air situation in Asia Minor? We have to wait until our air comes actually in. Okay. I will have to keep a close eye on naval battles and I will let this run slowly. So this is happening because there's going to be too many things that we have to deal with. There's still Brits in the area here, but yeah, that's fine. And a bunch of convoys. So we do need to keep an eye out for these kind of situations. There is a sizable amount of ships in the Mediterranean, but we'll deal with that soon. Okay, for now, we'll have a quick look at wiping this out. That should not be an issue. These divisions can actually go. No, that's fine. And then Beirut. Yeah, come on. Okay, there we go. What's our air looking like? The Germans are not yet in, so not an awful lot's happening. We do have green air over Asia Minor. They have 300 bombers in the air, but I believe we should be starting to shoot these down pretty soon because we've got the air superiority here, so that should not be an awful lot of problems. Okay, everybody's on the move. I suspect that the Italians were slightly, yes, they are railroading in at this point. So we can still see if we can manage to actually cut them off. Yes. So Romania, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Hungary have joined the war. The Germans haven't joined yet, so that's interesting. Let's just see how much progress we can make before they inevitably railroad in here, and see if we can cut off some of this area. And I'm just going to give them relatively aggressive orders here, manual orders, to make sure that that they get a move on. Like these divisions really need to push now, push towards here, and see that you push here towards the river line. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be slow going. We are fighting a small amount of French troops here, so there's no big threat. These divisions are moving. That's good. So these supply lines are being taken. The naval troops towards Iceland are on the way. And I think everybody else hopefully is on the way as well. South America, because that's where it's going to be really tight. This gap here is what concerns me a little. But we control the ocean, so that's not a huge trouble. These divisions... where are these assigned? I thought I told everybody to have some divisions assigned, right? Yeah, 13 divisions assigned here. Okay, so everybody here, please make sure if you're here, then please make yourself useful. If you're not useful, then be somewhere else. Like you, for example, attack Buenos Aires. Yeah, everybody else is running off. You please attack Buenos Aires as well. Okay, another ace pilot. That's all nice. We have enemy air here. That is not a massive problem, but we might as well start doing something about it. So let's divert 1, 2, 3. What do they have in the air? 100 fighters. So that's not an awful lot. So let's divert 3 fighter wings over there and make sure that stops. Okay. Okay. There are Italian divisions rapidly redeploying, and we're sinking. What are we sinking here? Convoys. That's all just convoys. We're sinking a lot of convoys. That's good. And it looks like the front lines are about to stabilize here. So let's make sure that we actually keep them in a good shape, and that we are not overextending. But I don't know how much. I don't think they're gonna have an awful lot. That division moving here. I don't think they're gonna have an awful lot of. I think they were not in position for this. So that was a political decision on their side that completely backfired. Everybody else here is digging in. We do need to give the armies here their offensive orders, actually. So, yeah, the target for now is going to be over here. This is the... Which one is this? These are 5th Army, so these guys. Your offensive line as well is going to be all across the German Reich. And the troops in the south here, the 12th, which is slightly incomplete at this point, unfortunately. Your offensive line shall be the same. This is going to be one of my main forces. Actually, belay that. I think with what I want these guys to do is to cut around and cut around to the north. There we go. Because we might be able to encircle a large amount of the German army here if we can use the fast-moving tank divisions, swing around the south and take things out here as we go. We don't seem to have enough supply here, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's have a quick look why that is. Yeah, no, we should be okay. Like these corners here are a little bit out, but why don't they? That should be okay. Actually, I don't want to manually manage that because the armies should be managing it themselves. So It'll be fine. Okay, so focuses. Focuses. So this is going well. We will see how this, how the war in Turkey here happens. But we do need to keep an eye on South America, because I think Venezuela is already advancing. So this might take a little bit of time. And yes, we are being pushed here in Puerto Rico. So shipping in reserve divisions was the right decision. It'll take a while for everything to arrive here, though. How is that war in Argentina going? And that should be almost over. Everybody, please attack. Please attack Buenos Aires, everybody. And I think that should be the end of Argentina. And then we can ship the other troops. We will have to take some territorial losses while we are relocating our troops in South America. We do have the ports, so that should not be a huge issue. We're still not at war with the Germans. Why am I not seeing the? Oh, because these are not actual. These are just air. These are just air attacks. Yeah. Oh, we've sunk 7 destroyers from what I believe was it Bulgaria. Not sure why we are not holding this. But it looks like a lot of these troops here. Let's see if we can capture Izmir. But it looks like they are on the back foot because they have just been railroaded in. So so we are significantly pushing them here on all fronts. Not sure what's happened to this front line here, but okay, we are starting to see some troops. Some troops coming in. Okay, a jet tactical bomber finished. And Argentina, 100,000 guns, 3,500 artillery. They've been producing this whole time. Great news. Okay, we'll sort that out in a minute. Jet tactical bombers. This is never going to finish in time. Do we need anything else here? We don't need better naval bombers, really. Is there anything here? We could get a better radar. Yes, that sounds like something we want. So let's get that done. And still got 3 more decisions to make. Where are they? That's probably war propaganda. Yeah, I don't want war propaganda. We are at 100% war support. There's no reason to do so. Okay. Yeah. Front lines are stabilizing here. Just make sure that somebody actually takes this out. And so far we're pushing because they haven't been in place. But we are starting to see some naval battles here. These are just British troop convoys. Bay of Biscay, and these are also troop convoys. Okay, so there are troop convoys in the area here, which is fascinating for me. But the invasion of Reykjavik should happen soon. And meanwhile, everything else is rushing towards South America and trying to make their way there. Have I sorted out the air in South America? Yes, I believe no, I haven't. We need... What do we have here? We've got fighter wings. That's 4 fighter wings. We can concentrate everything onto Peru at the moment. So let's concentrate everything on this. Actually, the Amazonas region might be interesting as well, because we're not holding anything there right now. I'm not sure if we can hold this airport, so I'm not going to move anything there. But yeah, they are closing in rapidly here, and we're going to need some divisions to push them back. We will push them back. Don't worry. It was just that we were not in place to do this. Everything is trucking across the jungle here to get into positions. We'll deal with the air when we get there. Okay. Arctic Russia. We are. Why do we not have air superiority over Arctic Russia? There is nobody in the area. Literally. There are no planes in the air. We've got 700 fighters up here in the air. I don't see why they would not be having. No one's in the Middle Eastern region either, so this is all good. The Italians are starting to. Okay, the Italians are starting to show up. So holding there at El Alamein was probably the right decision. Do we have the supply routes connected here? I believe we do. So that should be okay. We are still trying to push towards push towards the supply hub here. Let's see if we can just push the Italians out. They just arrived, so they're relatively fresh off the boat. Okay, so we've got that sorted, which means everybody else is going to truck towards here, and this front looks like it is rapidly collapsing. The Germans are still not at war with us, no, which is good, because we do not want the Germans at war to be with us as long as possible. If we can focus on fighting the Italians for now, then that is actually a benefit for us. Where is Carrier Group 3 at this point? Where are they? I think they are... I have no idea where they are. Can I right click on it? No. They're moving towards Alexandria. So the Mediterranean will be ours, Mare Nostrum and everything. And yeah, here we just need to wait until everybody gets into position. And we'll just hold until they come as much as we can. Yeah, they might push it. They might even take Central America, but we will get them out of there. Don't you worry. They have taken Port-au-Prince of us, which is unfortunate. Which means we don't actually have a foothold in Haiti anymore. I thought that my troops arriving would be sufficient, but I think I'm just going to leave them on the defense here for now. We may have to get the 4th to deal with this, because this is mildly unfortunate. We could quickly build and construct a naval base here and see if we can manage to hold this. And prioritize that, please. Let's make it a level 3 naval base. Let's get that constructed quickly, just so we get supply. And see if we can hold this, but it doesn't look like. I think they're gonna be pushed out. So we might lose these. If they can't reinforce, we might lose these divisions here. Oh, they can, but they're very, very low they're very low on organization. So we might lose some divisions here. That is unfortunate, but nothing that can be easily avoided. Actually, the 3rd Army can take on some more divisions, to be honest. Let's get some more trained. Because he now has achieved the skilled staffer skill, which means that he can support 6 more divisions. So let's get reinforcements a priority, but let's get a couple more of the. I'm gonna have to do that in Japan, obviously. A couple more modern divisions, 6 to be clear. Out once we actually have equipment. Should I send some troops to retake the Dominican Republic? Yes, but okay. We might just divert some divisions of the 11th. So give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions of the 11th. And already prepare a naval invasion of where we're going to take it. We're going to retake Port-au-Prince. So let's make that happen. Is that assigned now? 8 divisions. Yeah. Okay. So that's done. And the troops are almost in Iceland, because the rest of my okay, we have taken. There was a bit of Canada left, so we were going to take that, and then I'm going to go get you to return to Quebec, and then move over to Greenland for now. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the hottest front at this point is going to be here. So let's see how that all organizes itself. We can still push further, and I believe we might be able to cut some divisions off here. Yeah, definitely push north if you can. And see how far we can push them back. Maybe we can get across the Bosporus. That is kind of the primary goal here, to get across the Bosporus and secure. Okay, this is not working. We need to stabilize this front here. Actually, why are there two front lines? And secure the crossing. If we can secure the crossing, we need to change that front line to include that. If we can secure the crossing, and I think we might be overstretching here. Are we? Not really. If we can secure the crossing, then that'll be a major blow towards the Italians, and we will have more troops coming in. That's ambitious. So let's not do that. Okay. We are obviously stretching out, but let's see if we can take Istanbul. We are a bit overstretched here, but we'll see if we can make it happen. No, this is too much opposition. Okay, so they are flooding. They are maybe because they've just come in by train. But these divisions are not going to get anywhere. We need to assist here with this push. So everybody from here, please make sure these guys don't have time to dig in. And I'm not sure why you guys, everybody, please on that front line. So, and everybody, please get a move on. We might be able to cut off a bunch of divisions here if we're quick. Okay. Yeah, I think the push towards Istanbul is too ambitious. So let's establish ourselves here at least, while we still get the troops coming in from the Middle East. To see how far we can establish ourselves before things inevitably go sideways. Can we cut them off here? That would be interesting. That would be nice if we could. But I think this might be as far as we can stretch it. No, I believe we have managed to cut them off there. Okay, good. So that creates a cauldron in northern Turkey. And nice encirclement. And here the troops are still moving. But I'm not too keen on fighting in the deserts of Africa. I just want to bind some Italians here, to be honest. Okay, close that pocket if you can. And then we will be pushing back as much as we can and just use our momentum here. Get everybody moving, please. And see if we can... Oh, they have vacated, so let's push further north. Push, and see if we can cut them off. But I think Istanbul might be ambitious. Okay, Iceland. Oh, we've just taken their capital and they have capitulated. Good. There was a naval battle that I missed. It's just this convoys. Okay, I really need to be careful with the naval battles, and make sure that I keep an eye on them. Okay, so Iceland has capitulated. So Iceland is now under Japanese control, which means that these 4 divisions can immediately begin planning the invasion of Scotland, and we're actually gonna try and land near Glasgow. So let's get that on the way. It's the fourth go. As soon as you're ready, we've got some more troops coming in. And I believe we've also got, we've got these 12 divisions also moving in. So the 4th is on the move, and hopefully we will. I think we will be able to invade the UK before the Italians capitulate them. Especially if the Italians now have to rapidly move divisions off the front. Let's put these troops are encircled, so let's make sure we close that encirclement off. And get everybody sorted out here, and then we've shortened the front line significantly. Everybody here is out of organization. Okay, we've got a large air force. So who do we have here? That might be why we're not seeing so much. So this should be the Italians. We're gonna need more planes over Asia Minor. Fighter wings, naval bombers, 2 fighter wings. We can still reinforce this air base here. These are tactical bomber wings. They have nothing to do, so they can do ground support in Asia Minor. They have the range to just fly across. This is all naval bombers. We have overstaffed one of our air bases here, so that wing needs to. We'll just move you here. And we're not fighting here yet. So everything that is everything that's fighter. So this is close air support, close air support, close air supports, tacticals. These are fighter wings. So these fighter wings, please assist with Asia Minor. These are 4 fighter wings that we can pull north, so let's do that as well. There's an airbase that we just captured, and please also attack in Asia Minor. What are we facing? I have no idea what we're facing here, but we're facing a lot of it. And we've lost 21 fighters, they've lost 12, but we've shot down a fair amount of their bombers. Now most of our troops have AA, so that's actually an interesting question. Yes, so they do lose a decent amount to AA, and we need some modern fighters in here to deal with the air battle, because the Italians are no slouches in that regard. Okay, so that's ongoing. This is almost captured, which means do we need to do anything? No, the supply lines should connect, and then we might push them further. They have some troops here, but I'm not interested in fighting in the desert here, honestly. We'll just let them be for now. South America, how is it looking? Troops are starting to get into position. I do need the 7th. I do need more reinforcements. I'm going to stay on the defensive for now until the 7th is in position. And yeah, we are nowhere near in position here. Where are the troops? These guys are still moving in, so that's still going to take a little bit of time until they are in position. We have 1 division of the colonial forces here, but it's not going to do an awful lot. Yeah, we might lose this temporarily, but we'll push them out. It's not a huge deal. Okay, so that's happening. And the invasions are not happening. Okay, so the main focus right now. Let's see what our naval battles here. That's troop convoys, Iberian coast. The British are way too much focused on the water. I don't know why they keep shipping their troops across the range, but. This is just an Italian scout group, so there's not an awful lot going on here. I'm much more curious to catch something. We'll see if we can still catch something on the sea. We have deciphered everything, so may as well do. Who have we not done? Why are the United States still existing? I'm not sure. I don't know, Spain just gives us something to do, honestly. Okay, but interestingly enough, they haven't called the Germans in yet, so that's something that really fascinates me. That mission is still happening, is it? Operation, yeah, until December 15. Okay, so it's still ongoing. That's this convoy raiding. Okay, let's see what we can achieve in Turkey. And they are shipping a large amount of troops now, so getting across to Istanbul might be out of our reach at this point, if we cannot manage to cut them off or push them back. But let's see what we can achieve here, because we are going to concentrate troops quite heavily around the area. And that is another encirclement, I believe. I think we overrun one. I'm not sure. Maybe they managed to get back, but try to push these guys out of Izmir if you can. That is. So let's see if we can support this attack towards Izmir. These need to be pinned and then wiped out, please. So everybody here, make sure that these troops get wiped out, and then now we have shortened the front lines, and I think we have somewhat significantly sorted out things here. Let's see if we can make a concentrated, another ace pilot, good. Naval battle, what have we sunk? A bunch of destroyers still out from the Royal Navy. We have a naval battle of the Cape Verde Plains, but these are just British freight convoys, so there's nothing really that we need to worry about. And these are, I believe, we're just Bay of Biscay. That is all just, what is that all? Convoys, convoys, convoys. More convoys. So yeah, right now we're just hunting convoys. So not an awful lot in terms of actual naval battles going on just yet. Troops here are on the move, yes. Once these arrive, we'll send them south as well. And then we will flood the UK with troops once things get interesting. But yeah, I am very surprised that Italy has not called... by the way, how's our air situation? Okay, we've got green air, and we are starting to shoot them down in larger numbers. So... I think these aren't even the jet fighters. These are still the Hayates, but that's fine. I think yeah, this attacks here are not gonna work. So let's well, we might be able to take out Izmir, but I would be surprised if we could manage to push them towards Istanbul. I mean, let's try. No, none of that. Let's try. Just take that and make sure that these cut-off divisions here are getting wiped out. And I believe Turkey is more or less under our control. We have taken the lines we wanted to take in Africa here. Is there anywhere further we could push? What's the supply situation? Just to cut them off from the naval regions here. It's not great. There's another supply hub, so we could try to take that off them. That would be a good foothold. Yeah, let's actually try this. So this is the 9th Army. I have too many of those. It should be around here somewhere. That's the 9th Army, yeah. Let's give you another offensive order. Please try to take this line. And that, I believe, is a port. Yes. So let's try to go. Let's try to see if we can take that off them while they're still getting into position. Meanwhile, in South America, things are looking dire, but our troops are getting into position here. And I believe we can now start the offensive. Yeah, I think we have sufficient troops from the 7th that they can start the offensive here. They have the air support. We're still waiting for the 3rd to get into position. And actually, we've got how many unassigned? We've got 2 unassigned divisions. Let's change these guys to just the Type B divisions for now, and assign them here. And they can make themselves useful. Okay, so that's under control. Yeah, I'm really surprised the Italians have not called the Germans in by yet. I believe they think, mistakenly, that they can take us on. But let's deal with that and see if we can manage to tighten the noose here and push towards Istanbul. That is not going to happen. I believe that's too ambitious. But if we can manage to prevent them, yeah, they are moving to, they're more sort of moving into the cauldron here. So if we can manage to prevent them from getting through there, let's pin these troops here and get that sorted and see if we can make that push here. There is another sighting. This is a small destroyer group. And carrier group 1 is actually going after them, so that's good. I do need 1 division, and I am gonna just shoehorn one of these guys. Actually, that might not be. There's nothing here, right? I just need one of these divisions to take out that bit there. Just so I don't forget about it, right? Okay, so that was a British group. I believe this is just convoys that we're sinking here, and the Iberian coast as well. Yeah, these are just British troop convoys. So, our troops are moving off. So the troops are moving off from Iceland, and we need to actually cancel that order and get these guys. We'll leave them here. I believe once we have a foothold, we'll just ship them over because they are not naval divisions. And these two are still moving into position. Okay, and we will start moving the armies over once we have a foothold in Great Britain. This is the 11th Army. Yeah, just do that when you're ready, and see if we can. Yes, we've lost these troops in the Dominican Republic, so that's okay. Small losses. These were port guard troops, so they weren't going to be putting up an awful lot of resistance. Okay, we are. Let's see if we can still make the break for Istanbul. That is what is really interesting me. We've lost. Oh no, we've shot down the Baron, the red one. No, an Italian ace. So we've shot down one of the Italian aces. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can make this breakthrough here towards Istanbul. And just push them from all directions, honestly. Just capture that. And then push through here as well. And I think we have managed to cut them off in the north here. If that's the case, we might yet make it. We are attacking here on all fronts. How's the air situation? Still yellow. They have brought a large number of fighters over. We are taking losses, but their bomber losses are pretty severe. Not the last towards our AA, but we might need some more fighter wings here. Can we pull some fighter wings from the reserves? Attack wings. These are fighter wings. So please bring these over here and get that sorted. Tactical bombers, 2 fighter wings here. Same story. Let's reinforce this this air force here a little bit from our reserves. And these are tactical bomber wings. I'm not gonna move them off the northern front here because I am just waiting for the Germans to join. And then things will get quite interesting. We've got 3 fighter wings here which aren't doing anything. So let's get these moved over here. Oh, hang on. No. Don't do that. This is this is the carrier group. Carrier group is now docked, is on strike force. And please include the Eastern Mediterranean in that. So is on strike force. And we will see if they actually can see some action in the Mediterranean. Okay, I want to see if we can break through to Istanbul, and then I think I'll call it an episode for now. But I think we have managed to get through here. We are still facing. Yes, we've encircled them. We have encircled them. Okay, we've cut off the Italian reinforcements in Turkey. And we are pushing towards Istanbul. Everybody towards Istanbul. We need more troops to support that push, because if we can get across the Bosporus, we do not want to lose our momentum here. If we can get across the Bosporus, that will be a major victory on the land. Yeah, we are wiping out these divisions here. And these troops just need to get across. Okay, another naval battle that I didn't pay attention to. That's just convoys. Just a quick look that I don't miss one. Troop convoys, Iberian coast, Dutch troop convoys. I didn't even know they had any left. This is convoys. And that spotting here is that British destroyer group. And in the North Atlantic Ridge. Oh, why are the Americans still having ships? So carrier group 2 is moving to engage. That is a small, couple of heavy cruisers, light cruisers, and destroyers. And I think, okay, we will have to watch that naval battle if we can manage. So let's see that we can get that and all these convoy radar results out. Let's see if we can get them. If we can see the Itakagi has been wounded. That is unfortunate, but such is war. Let's see if we can get Osawa. If we can still see Osawa intercepting this group, that would be nice. Quick look around and see how the situation is in Istanbul. Yeah, that's sort of the problem here. I will need more reinforcements. Everybody please push towards Istanbul. We need to get across here if we can. If we can manage. That is going to be... and here we are actually fighting a bunch of divisions as well. What is this? Is this a naval invasion? No, we are attacking them. Where are we attacking them? I'm not sure. Okay, but can we get across to Istanbul is the big question. And is Osawa going to intercept the this American task force is the other big question. Where is Osawa? He was somewhere here, yes. Okay, come on, Osawa. Let's see if he can make it, if he can catch these guys. And come on, carrier group. The good old carrier group 2. It's a bunch of American cruisers. We're closing in, and I'm not sure if they've seen us, but it looks like we are going to be able to intercept them. Yes, we have intercepted them. All right. So finally, we got naval battle again. We've got 6 light cruisers: Cincinnati, Memphis, Phoenix, Adams, Marblehead. And we've got Augusta, Northampton, San Francisco, Wichita, and Indianapolis, and a bunch of destroyers. So that should end reasonably quickly once Osawa gets his first airstrike off. They're obviously going to try and retreat as soon as they can, but it is a nighttime engagement. The Japanese do have the advantage at night, and already the Wichita and the Indianapolis have been hit by the first naval strikes. Actually, the Northampton as well. So, and the Indianapolis has already been sunk, has been taken out by the Congo. Northampton is heavily damaged and is trying to disengage. Now everybody is trying to disengage, I believe, but this isn't going to last very long. Wichita has taken torpedoes. San Francisco has been hit by heavy guns. Northampton has been hit by heavy guns as well. And that was it already. Augusta has been sunk by the Soryu from the air. Northampton has been sunk by the Hosho from the air. San Francisco has been sunk by Kaga from the air. Wichita has been sunk by Hiryu, and Congo has managed to take out the Indianapolis. USS Adams has been sunk by one of our ships. I don't know which one that is, honestly. But probably something on the screen. But the carrier group has already wiped out these heavy cruisers. So that AA has done absolutely nothing. And the destroyers are just falling apart. And that is the end of that engagement. We have lost 1 naval bomber, but we have sunk 5 heavy cruisers, 6 light cruisers, and 14 destroyers. So that was a good result. There is still a naval bubble. This is all troop convoys. Carrier Group 2 might be chasing after these Italian light cruisers, potentially. So that might be another interesting one. But let's have a quick look back and see how things are looking here. We have made it across to Istanbul. We have made it across. And now that we're holding this beachhead, we are going to... I'm not sure what's going on here, honestly. I don't even know where they are attacking. Okay, let's see if we can... Let's see if we can get this all sorted. And we might need some reinforcements here as well. I'm not sure what islands we're fighting on here, but there are some islands that we're fighting in here. Oh, there are some troops here which shouldn't be here. These are Vichy French troops in the south. Okay, so we're gonna need some divisions to deal with those guys. But okay, that's all a topic for the next episode. The first moves of the war have been successful. We have taken Turkey, and the Italian, we have caught the Axis on the back foot. They still haven't called the Germans in. I'm not sure why, but they have connected in South America. So at this point, I believe we're gonna need these troops of the Homeland Defense Force to make their way and push back the Venezuelans. We are attacking into Peru, I hope, at some point. And we are starting to see troops. We might actually redirect given that our front lines have been disconnected, we are going to remove that part of the front line, and we are going to redirect. This is all Venezuela, so we're just going to give the third, for now, a front line here, and an attack order towards Caracas. And if we can take out Venezuela, then that'll be an easier win. I could just justify a goal on Germany, honestly. I don't know why they haven't pulled them in, because we are at war with their faction. I think it's unfair that we let the Italians fight alone. We might just call the Germans in ourselves if this doesn't happen. But yeah, getting across the Bosporus has been pivotal, and the war is coming towards its final phases. In the next episode, we're probably going to see the invasion of the UK, the fall of the Allies, finally. We're going to be cleaning up South America, and we are going to declare war on the German Reich, and we'll be fighting all over Europe. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.